eyelids, sweet dreams of evening silence, awakened by the blue of your iris. Tall fences and green gardens, my character like cement hardened, asking police for their pardon of a child that looks like you, whose mischief is arson. The basement's dingy and unfinished, but you don't mind, you say it's vintage. And like a bayou gypsy mystic, your words hold a powerful sense of vision. A spare room with trinkets and a cradle, where every morning smells like maple, and your Catholic God is only a moral fable. White linen hung on wires, church bells, angelic choir, and to the bedroom we retire, to where all of heaven and the Holy Ghost cannot match our desire. It's this paycheck to the next don't bust. Love keeps all our worries hushed, thick as the southern summer dust. We are thieves with none but ourselves to trust. There's an empty suit of armor propped up in Paul's easy chair, reading Paul's letters to the church as if Paul was still there. My cake's on the makeup to cover up her flight, for she that must lie awake next to that armor every night. But a babe in the back room cries like a wailing ghost. The priest said not to worry, for it's just the Lord of hosts. The Duchess whoops the baby, sneezes, turns into a pig. I turn to my liquor for a much needed swig. drag him by his feet. I said, brother, why the long face? He said, kid, this ain't me. I used to be the hero of this motion picture show. Then you came walking out of mine, ain't nothing left to know. A maladjusted young man with one long skinny dollar bill swoops in like a vulture to feast upon the kill. But the kill belongs spoiled in the blazing summer heat. Ain't no rest for the wicked, ain't no food for the weak. Through my closet for a pair of clean clothes. All I found was Bojangles and my old self in sepia tone. I talked awkwardly to myself for a moment or two. Bojangles sat there patiently whistling a tune. Just a pretty little lie you tell yourself. You're just a pretty little lie you tell yourself. You're just a pretty little lie you tell yourself. Sometimes I wonder if my dreams are mirrors. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even here, or if it matters if I am or not. Would it really change the feelings I've got for the little things I've learned to love? gospel's written in neon signs and hung on storefronts in my dreams. The curtain hangs at the edge of town that traffic outbound must pass through. And if you'd peek behind its velvet red, there's only mirrors staring back at you. And so this is life, so long as the money's right and the dogs don't bark and fight all through the night. And half my heart believes in God, and half my heart believes in ghosts. And these days I'm not too sure which of these scare me the most. Waiting in a checkout line, checked out and staring up at black holes in the cracks between products' value and their cost. And something stands in the gaps I find, the rifts that form throughout the day. A creature caring little for our lives, but seems to call to me by name, saying, so this is life, so long as the money's right and the dogs don't bark and fight all through the night. And bad omens. 'Cause on the rise is that wolf of a showman who shows up when I've lost myself for a spell. When I'm defunct in my own right, when I'm drunk off of moonlight, he walks with a swagger and he talks through the sharp teeth. Walks at nothing all alone in a dark street. And when he's on the prowl, he keeps me in a white sheet to play the part of a spook, which ain't far from the truth. But days go, he's a no-show. But how long till the moon glows just right? Good for the right time, for bad winds that go rattling the porch chime, setting the mood for fright that bump in the night, for blood and guts and for dead men to lift the mud and walk again. I find it's easier to call for the demon than a star for another day of freedom. So I hit the bottle just to beat it till it's screaming and wait for the thunder to roll out of control, knowing full well the madness of the monster will offer to me no comfort.